welcome back to another segment of What's Sold on eBay. This is where we go to eBay, we search by keywords to find out how many items are listed online, how many items have sold in the last 90 days, how many items have sold over $100, and then we count down the top 5 selling items. Today we're going to search keywords Mickey Mantle. When you go to eBay and search keywords Mickey Mantle, it shows that there are 89,000 results. You see it there, 89,000 results for Mickey Mantle. So obviously a lot of these results are going to include sports cards. That's going to be the bulk of what is selling. There you see a 96 Mickey Mantle. We see free Mickey Mantle card per lot there. Here's a Mickey Mantle baseball card from the Yankees. Here's one, a parody one of Donald Trump dressed up as Mickey Mantle. Below that we have another Mickey Mantle. There's a graded card down there, number 262 from 1978. Here we got a batch of Topps cards, including a 1965 Mickey Mantle. And over here we got a 1973 to 80 Mickey Mantle. And again, another lot of over here of 22 cards. So obviously with 89,000 Mickey Mantle items listed on eBay, we could go browse that forever. But what we want to know more specifically is what is selling, right? In order to do that, we got to narrow our search. In order to narrow our search, we go over here to the show only section and we want to see the sold items. So we click this sold items box and it's going to show us the number of Mickey Mantle cards that have sold the last 90 days. So that's something you want to do when you think about selling stuff online. You want to check that sell-through rate. So you want to look at the total number of items listed. In this case, it was 89,000 Mickey Mantle cards, or Mickey Mantle items rather. And then we click that show only. It's going to show us only the sold items the last 90 days. And that will give us our sell-through rate. Let's take a look. So we had 89,000 listed. We click that sold box and it shows that 35,000 results for Mickey Mantle sold cards the last 90 days. So obviously Mickey Mantle is one of the greatest baseball players of all times, and he is very sought after in the baseball card world. So the sell-through rate is not too bad. 89,000 listed, 35,000 sold. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at a few of these items that are selling. So here's a look at a few that have ended recently. Here's a card from 1996, $2.55. Here's a graded card here from 1966 that sold for $119.99. Next to that, another 1966 card. This one sold for $249. And next to that, we have another graded card, a 59 Topps Mantle Hits card for $162.99. Below that, we have more, a 1968 Mickey Mantle sold for $230. Next to that, we have a 62 Topps card sold for $89.99. Next to that, we have one that has not been rotated. This one only sold for 99 cents, a 2006 Topps card. And next to that, we have a 1962 Topps Mickey Mantle that sold for $500. So now that we know that 35,000 Mickey Mantle items have sold the last 90 days, we want to narrow our search even more. Let's go ahead and look at Mickey Mantle items that have sold for over $100. So here is the chart for the sales of Mickey Mantle items. As you can see, most of them are under $20 rather. But what we want to see is the items over $100. In order to do that, we go up to this price section, and in the minimum box there on the left hand side, we click on that. We add $100 to that, 100, and then we click this little arrow and it'll give us all the cards priced over $100. So far we know that there's 89,000 Mickey Mantle items listed. 35,000 of those have sold in the last 90 days. And of those 35,000, 10,000 have sold for over $100. So there's a big market for items over $100 when it comes to Mickey Mantle. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few of these items that are selling for over $100. So as you can see, a lot of these cards are going to be the graded cards. There's a 66 tops for 119 and a 66 tops for 249. We saw those. Over here we got the 59 tops for 162 and a 68 tops for 230. Below that we have a 62 tops for $500, and on the right of that is a 1961 tops card ungraded for $184, so it doesn't have to be graded in order to get that over $100. Another example of that is over here, a 64 tops for $199 on the left is graded, and then the one on the right, a 61 tops for $250 is not graded. So that's one thing to consider for all you resellers who want to get into this niche, you know, searching Mickey Mantle, and maybe you could buy those ungraded cards, go ahead and send them in to be graded, authenticated, and given a score. Usually they rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, and they grade them, and then the value of that will be determined on what it comes back graded as. So that's one way I know of that a lot of card sellers can make a decent amount of money, is just sending cards in to be graded. Spend the money on them to get that rating so that you know exactly what they're graded as, and then you can ask that top dollar for them. Of course, now that you know that there's 10,000 Mickey Mantle items that have sold for over $100, you're probably wondering, what are the top selling items, right? So we're going to check that. We're going to count down the top 5 selling Mickey Mantle items. I'm guessing they're going to be cards. Let's go ahead and take a look. So in order to find the top selling Mickey Mantle items on eBay, we go over here and we switch this search from ended recently to highest first. Price and shipping highest first. That's the 4th one down. We click on that and then we'll see the top selling items sold on eBay. At number 5 on the list of the top selling Mickey Mantle items sold on eBay the last 90 days is this. It's a 1952 Mickey Mantle number 311 PSA, rated 3.5, graded 3.5. It sold for a whopping $87,999. Best offer accepted. There you see it, graded a 3.5. The 52 Mickey Mantle. A few photos here of it. There is the back, and there it is with the front and the back showing in the picture. So you see it there, a 52 Mickey Mantle card, and number 5 on the list. At number 4 on the list of the most expensive Mickey Mantle items sold on eBay the last 90 days is this, a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle 311 Hankies Hall of Fame PSA, graded 3.5. It sold for $92,000, 292.2, and best offer was accepted on this one. There you see it. That's all they showed. At number 3 on the list of the most expensive Mickey Mantle cards sold on eBay the last 90 days was this, a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle 311 Rookie PSA, graded 4. Centered, it says there. Sold for $134,999.99. This one's sold by Class Act 101. Definitely a nice payday. Congrats on that. And here's a look at the photos. There's the back. Number 311 is the card number, the rookie PSA. This one is graded a 4. The price went up on this one compared to some others because of that higher grading. There you see it. At number 2 on the list of the most expensive Mickey Mantle cards sold on eBay the last 90 days is this, a 1952 Topps Set Break number 311 Mickey Mantle PSA, graded 6, excellent to mint. And this one sold for $135,100. Sold at auction with 102 bids. And this one was sold by Greg Morris, graded, and a pretty nice looking card, PSA 6. They graded this one a 6. That's why it came in at top dollar, $135,100 for this one. There's a look at the back, and there's a look at the card. So there you see it. The top 4 were all Mickey Mantle rookie cards. The dollar amount depending on what it was graded. So depending on the centering of the card, you know, if all the different specific grading requirements, They send that in to be graded. What number it comes back on, that will determine how much it's going to sell for. Now this last item is kind of an interesting one. It did come up as Mickey Mantle, but it is more than just Mickey Mantle, and the price tag went up as well. Let's take a look. At number 1 on the list of the most expensive Mickey Mantle items sold on eBay the last 90 days is this. It's a 1952 Topps baseball complete set, all PSA graded, 311 Mickey Mantle, 407 Matthews. It includes them all. Sold for a whopping $272,000. So there you see it, the complete 1952 set. Someone put this together, got them all graded. Let's take a quick look at what you get here. It's in, what, 4 boxes there. And there you see that Mickey Mantle. This one was graded only a 2.5, so where the others were far a better grading, but that one's graded a 2.5. A part of the set there. There you see Ed Matthews. A lot of these old-time players are included in this. There you see a few more, and someone really put together quite a collection. There you see the Jackie Robinson on the bottom left, Willie Mays bottom right, and there's that Mickey Mantle. They're really showing that one off. That's probably the best card in this set. 1952 Topps. There you see them all boxed up and ready to go. And $272,000 set right there. So there you have it. That's the most expensive Mickey Mantle items sold on eBay the last 90 days. Sold by Brian, not me, Brian Root. So congrats to Brian on such a big sale. Probably made your day, made your lifetime, all that money. What are you going to do with it? Buy some more baseball cards? More than likely. These guys are massive collectors. To put a collection like that together from 1952, all graded, that takes almost a lifetime to put a collection like that together. And you can see why it brings in so much money. You know, all those desirable cards from 1952, including that Mickey Mantle card. You saw what those others were going for. And that one was graded at 2.5, so not the nicest grading on that card, but it was enough to get $272,000 for the complete set. So there you have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little look at the top selling Mickey Mantle cards on eBay. If you want to do the search for yourself, you can go on down the list and see what else is selling for big money. A lot of those rookie cards are at the top of the list there, but if you go down a little bit more, you'll find some additional cards that are not those graded rookie cards. But there's plenty of Mickey Mantle out there selling for big money. We took a look at those numbers. What was it? 89,000 listed. 35,000 sold the last 90 days, and 10,000 sold over $100. So it's definitely an interesting niche to get into and make some decent money. You know, the demand is there for those cards. You just got to find them out there in the wild and bring them to the internet and make those profits. So something to think about, you know, if you want to take out a loan and invest in some new merchandise. You know, baseball cards are not a bad little venture to get into, especially if you're investing in Mickey Mantle baseball cards. So the demand is there. As you can see, the numbers show that 10,000 items have sold over $100 the last 90 days, and that's likely only to go up because you know, as the days go by, these cards become more and more scarce, and they're not making any new 1952 Mickey Mantle rookie cards. So all that you find out there was going to sell for even more money as time goes by. So that's one thing you got to consider as a reseller. You know, this vintage market, including these vintage baseball cards, these old baseball cards. Obviously, you know, when they're mass produced throughout the 80s and 90s, the value isn't really there. But these older cards that only had a certain number of runs made, and there's only a certain number of them that exist out there, and the value of those cards is only going to go up as time goes by. Same with clothing market, same with anything else. Vintage is definitely a market worth exploring and possibly investing some money in if you want to make some profits in the future. And to learn a little bit more about that information, of course, you want to hit that subscription button and ring that notification bell. We do these what sold videos quite often here on my channel, so you can kind of use them to educate yourself about what is selling in these certain niches, and maybe consider some of these items to be on the lookout for next time you go sourcing at the thrift shops. So I want to thank everybody for watching this video to the very end. Again, my name's Brian Kingsbury. If you would be so kind as to give this video a big thumbs up if you think it provided a little value for you, got you thinking about stuff that you could invest in and maybe make some additional profits in the future. Hit this one a thumbs up on your way out, and I thank you for watching it to the very end. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.